You can't really have your own business. You need a lot of money. It's very complicated. You need lots of training. Most businesses go broke. You can't do it by yourself. You need lots of help. You're better off having a job and working for someone else. It's much easier. I've heard that many times, and as a woman who's never worked for anybody else, from the age of 10, I started earning money when I was 10, literally, and it's a very fun story. I'm just going to share it because I don't know if you're born with this as a DNA. You can do this by yourself. But I was offered by one of the ladies at my church to work with her at the markets in Melbourne. It was a Sparkle Day Sunday opportunity. She was going to pay me $10 a day, and I was going to sell planter pots that you put plants in. And when we got to the markets that day, I said to Wendy, how about I stay here and sell the pots, because it can't be that complicated. You go to another market and take half the pots with you, and rather than paying me $10 a day, how about I take a percentage of the pots that I sell? Now that technically is an entrepreneur. So I've been my own business my whole life since the age of 10. And I'm sharing that with you because I don't think business is complicated, and I get a little bit cranky when I hear that you can't do it, it won't work, it's not possible. A lot of people are very scared to have their own business because they have almost been brainwashed that they can't do it. Well, if I put it into very simple terms, and I like everything to be simple, it's like exercise. If you want to be healthy, fit, strong, lean and energetic, get puffed to get fit, lift heavy to get strong, do it safely so you don't get injured, and do it short so you don't get bored. That's to me how simple exercise is. Well, business is the same. Find a problem that people have, find a solution to the problem, and provide great customer service, a wow experience, and you will have a successful business. It's that simple. If you want to be your own boss, choose your own hours, holiday when it suits you, work with the people that you want to work with, and earn the amount of money that you want to earn, to me that is the ultimate way to live, isn't it? Not having a boss, not having somebody tell you what to do, being in full control of your life. Couldn't that be awesome? So why do other people make business so complicated? And is it possible that the people that might have told you you can't have your own business are people that have either tried, so they wanted to and they failed, so they don't want you to be successful because it'll make them look stupid, so they tell you that you can't do it. Or it's their experience. They've seen other businesses go broke. They've seen people try and open a business and it didn't work for them. They've got a nice, safe, secure job. And particularly, it might be your parents, for example. I deal with a lot of parents who want their kids to have a nice, safe, secure job. They want their kids to get a really good education so they can get a job to pay the bills. And I'm sure that, and I'm being very respectful because I'm very privileged, I didn't have parents like that. My parents wanted me to do what I love to do. Now, my father wanted me to be a lawyer because he thought that was a nice, safe, secure job that earned lots of money. But when he realized that I was doing what I was passionate about and I was making money doing it, he was really proud of me. So it's a really complicated process, isn't it? Do you have to please everybody in your life, or should you be following your dreams, doing what you're excited about, what you're passionate about, being in control of your own life? Now, this is this is just a realistic thing to say. My father is no longer in my life. He's dead. My mum's no longer in my life. She's dead. And I'm still living my life. So is it possible that we need to be aware that whatever influences are in our life, those people might not always be there. Some of the influences that we get might be wrong. Somebody tells you that you can't have your own business. Is it possible that that's not true? Millions and millions of people have had, do have, and will have their own business, and millions of people have successful, profitable businesses. I'm going to ask the question again. Is there any other way to live than choosing your own hours, be your own boss, work when it suits you, earn the amount of money that you want to earn, work with the people that you want to work with, and holiday at a time that suits you? Most people have to holiday when it's a public holiday or when their boss tells them they can go on holidays, and it's very expensive usually to holiday at those times. Wouldn't it be nice to, and I'll use this as a beautiful example, surely having a career path or a business is about having freedom to live your life your way. And is it possible that financial security, financial freedom comes from having money? And if you get to choose how much money you want to earn, is it possible then that you'll have a life of freedom and financial security? So it's a really great question to ask. And this is the simplicity of business. How much do you want to earn? to live your life in a way that suits you. Now, for some people, it's $500 a week. Some people, it's $5,000. I've got some people in my life who can't live with less than $50,000 or more. They have big expenses in their life. They've got big homes. They've got boats. They've got helicopters. They've got kids in private school. They want to buy lots of different stuff. And who am I to judge what's right and wrong? I'm not. I want to live my life my way. I would love you to live your life your way. So obviously, dreams come with a price tag. How do you want to live, and how much is the dollar investment so that you can live your life that way? What kind of house do you want to live in? What kind of car do you want to drive, if at all? What kind of food do you want to eat? What kind of clothes do you want to wear? How do you want to live your life? And then work out how much that's going to be. Then a business is very simple, which is do what you're passionate about, keep getting better at it, and add massive value to people's lives. As I shared, find a challenge or a problem, find a solution, and create a wow experience, and you'll have a successful business. And financial security comes from a successful business. So the concept of a business is very simple. The financials of a business are even more simple. How much do you want to earn? What are your expenses? You add those two numbers together. And then you divide that number by the number of hours you want to invest into your business every week. Now, there's only 168 hours in a week. That's all we've got. That's what you've got. That's what I've got. That's what we've all got. So you can't overextend yourself past the 168 hours. And of course, you can't work or do what you love to do for 168 hours because you need to sleep and you need to eat and you need to go to the bathroom and you need to have a social life. And there's a whole heap of other things you want to add into your life. So put your 168 hours in front of you and work out, and do this first. I'm not going to be working, I'm not going to be doing my job, my career, my business in these hours because that's when I sleep. I invest time with my family, my partner, I exercise, I go to church, I play my musical instrument, I like to play computer games. All the things that you like to do in your life, cut them out first of that 168 hours. So that you can live your life. Isn't that the purpose of having your own business, so you can choose your own hours? Then how many hours are left? And when you've got that number, you divide that into how much do you want to earn, what are your expenses, add those two numbers together, and divide that number by the number of hours you want to work. Now, this is how simple it is, and I always use this example. Let's say it's $1,000 an hour for you to live your life your way and to cover all of your expenses and to live your life with passion and enthusiasm and financial security, so you never have to worry about money. Let's say it's $1,000 an hour. It's a very simple process. It means you need one customer to pay you $1,000 an hour, or you need two customers to pay you $500 an hour, or four customers to pay you $250 an hour, or 10 customers to pay you $100 an hour, or 1,000 customers to pay you $1 an hour. It doesn't matter how you split it up. The key is that for you to live your life your way and be in full control of your life, you need to earn $1,000 an hour. Now that means when you put your business plan together, you never discount, you never cut your prices, you never give people a cheaper price because you need to earn $1,000 an hour. But how you break that up is what your business plan is for. So what is your product or service? How are you going to add value to people's lives? And the next part of that is simply marketing. So if you need to earn $1,000 an hour, are there people who can invest in you and pay you $1,000 an hour? One person, of course. But you have to find that person and you need to market to that person so that they know you can provide them with a solution to their problem. And will it be worth $1,000 an hour for them? For some people, the answer is yes. The reverse of that, it might be that you need to find 1,000 people that can invest $1 an hour into you. And that's a different marketing plan. It's a different budget for people. It's a different product or service. It could be an online business. It could be, and I was taught this in primary school, and it's never left my headspace. If you want to be a millionaire, for example, and this is what I was taught at school, find a product that costs you $1, sell it for $2 to 1 million people, and you'll be a millionaire. So that covers your expenses, and now you are a millionaire. Now maybe that's why for me this has always been so simple. And that's what business is, and I'm going to put it into that simple sequence again. Find a problem, find the solution, create a wow experience. That will give you a business. If you want to earn the amount of money that gives you freedom and financial security, how much do you want to earn? What are your expenses? Add those two numbers together, Divide that number by the number of hours you want to invest every week, and that will tell you how much you need to charge for your product or service so that you have a successful, profitable business. Now, I now have a business college. The Max International Colleges is a standalone international business diploma. We specialise in people who would like to have a gym, a personal training studio, be an online personal training coach, have an international fitness business. Yes, we specialise in fitness because that's what I've been passionate about all of my life. For me, how could you possibly have a life that you love if you're not healthy, fit and strong? So the two go together. If you want to inspire people to have or to be able to live their life to the max, as I always share, then obviously being healthy, fit and strong comes with that. So my product or service is very simple because the problem of being unfit and unhealthy is massive. The sickness, the disease, the weakness, the depression, the horrible things that come with being weak and sick and tired and unfit and unhealthy. I have a solution for that. Get people really fit and get people really strong in the safest way possible, in the quickest way possible, and as I'll share that again. Get puffed to get fit, lift heavy to get strong, do it safe so you don't get injured, and do it short so you don't get bored. That's a business plan in itself. And however much you need to earn, if you're passionate about what you do, and the sweet spot for businesses I always share, there's only 3 things. Do what you're passionate about. Don't go and do some lousy, stinking, rotten job to earn money. Do what you're really passionate about, which is why fitness has been my thing, exercise has been my thing, being healthy, fit and strong is my thing. So do what you're passionate about. Keep getting better at it, because if you want to be competitive in any market, you have to keep getting better at what you do. So you have to keep learning and training and educating, which is really easy when you're doing what you're passionate about. And then you've got to add massive value to people's lives. And that's why I get so excited about my product and service, because being healthy, fit and strong adds the ultimate massive value to somebody's life. Anybody, it doesn't matter what you do with your life, if you're a musician, if you're an architect, a doctor, a lawyer, a builder, a pharmacist, it doesn't matter. If you're healthy, fit and strong, your life will be better, your business will be better, your relationships will be better, you'll have better self-esteem and self-confidence. This product or service is a very special thing to be able to share with the general public. But whatever product or service you choose, it's very easy to have a successful business, and I'm going to share again. Choose your own hours, be your own boss. Holiday when it suits you, earn the amount of money that you want to earn and work with the people that you want to work with, full control of your life. And the easy path to that is do what you're passionate about, keep getting better at it, because the training is very simple and easy. When you're doing what you love, you want to keep getting better at it. And if your product or service adds massive value to people's lives, you will have a successful business. That is how simple it is. I bang on about this every day. One of the reasons I've still got blonde hair, and I'm an old lady, but I'm going to keep my hair blonde, because I've been told my whole life blondes they're not as smart. But when people think you're not very smart, they keep teaching you, and I keep learning. My goal is to keep learning and growing and keep getting better every single day. My goal is to make sure that my students at the Max Colleges have successful businesses, so I need to keep learning and growing and get better every day so I can keep helping them to do the same. But ultimately, if you keep learning and growing and you have a life that you love, is it possible that you too can live your life to the max? Healthy, fit, strong, lean, energetic. A career or business that you love, financial freedom, and the choice of beautiful people in your life. Now, all of those things are a choice. I like to keep it simple, and that's how simple I think it is. Be healthy, fit and strong, have a career or business that you love, be financially free, have great people in your life, and then you can live your life to the max. Super duper doo, how are you? Living my life to the max. Woohoo!